to west.
Have you seen Mulholland Drive? It's in that same ilk.
What's that one about?
Mulholland Drive.
Oh, it's about... I can't say what it's...
Town USA.
It's one of those movies. Like, any clue I give you, I'm like, damn, that was a spoiler. There's a person, and then a thing happens to that person, and they kind of have a mental break.
A person, place,
I'll
or
look
thing.
up the plot.
Science.
Yeah.
Wait, no, that's wrong.
There's a murder on a street, and then...
I'm guessing the street is Mulholland Drive.
Elm Street.
Yeah, it does
In
happen.
any town, USA.
Yeah.
Actually, it happens on Main Street, USA, Disneyland,
I'm
California.
gonna say no. I have not seen.
Alright,
I have
pretty
not seen
good.
it's running.
it. Okay.
Seriously, buddy?
We're live.
We got
Hi.
live.
Oh,
Hi,
hello.
We're back.
We're about as live as
After a
an
long
old folks'
hiatus.
home.
It's been a while.
Yeah,
It's good to see you.
you know, you guys tried being sick for 2 weeks.
It's true.
I
I'm
can't.
going to be a very defensive DM tonight.
Alright.
Then, for those who require Oreos and do not want to sully your fingers,
There's an Oreo dispenser.
you open your mouth and
We're hamsters now.
we get through.
Humans have officially become hamsters.
Yeah. No. Would it make
I
it
just
better?
need my giant
the
water
water one,
bottle,
yeah.
and I can be like,
You'd have the
Like
milk
that.
bottle next to it with the little giant, like...
Milk dispenser.
And then you're like, oh, the internet went out. You get in your
I'm
wheel and run.
gonna fill it with giant.
Okay, the internet's
So,
back.
yeah, sure. We got power for another 10 minutes. I can't do it anymore. I'm sorry.
Guys,
We're all going to
better
be
idea.
super fit.
what if we get the capybaras in a giant hamster wheel? That's it. I bet they.
Let's do it.
But then we won't get buff.
Yeah.
Then we'd be fat hamsters. Not swole hamsters.
Won't be small.
Swamsters.
Swamsters.
It's okay. I'll just be that one fat hamster that's like always asleep in its little igloo. Like,
Yeah.
On the-
like
Wally.
On the bed.
pulling the wood chips over your belly. Yeah.
I'll be the
gotcha.
one on Wally and he's like...
Welcome back. And we're having fun already. I like it. Last time in our session, Brahm received an interesting letter
Yes.
regarding the death of his uncle. And this letter pulled the group into the fabled land of the gnomes. Which it's been so long I can't remember the name of it. I'm sure.
Snurf and Schnargen.
Nomenheim, is that what you said?
Nomenheim. No, I've got it written down. Hold on.
You have way too much fun with that.
It's such a fun song.
We need to make him a bigger one, Scott.
Oh, like
Like a mannequin.
Dude,
size.
you can make it a
no,
back
extra
scratcher.
big, like this big.
Bixby's back scratcher.
Oh my gosh, we need to start selling those.
Bixby's back scratching hand.
I was gonna
Right
say,
there, man.
I was
That's
gonna
like an
ask,
Etsy sell, right?
Yeah, Etsy.
Starting at
Down.
Wizards of the Coast,
is
if
it a
you're
good
watching,
beard
you're
scratcher?
welcome.
Like,
See.
does it?
It does penetrate through the beard hairs.
Not a good enough reason to use the word penetrate.
Yeah.
I'm always looking for a reason.
Man, that was a pitch perfect line that I threw into this. All right. So after receiving this letter, they were able to track down a way into the gnomish city of
Loading.
of loading.
Things changed. What the
Uh-oh.
crap?
I'm sure it's in here somewhere.
Notes. I'll try and read it through this. So I don't have to refresh the page.
If we have any followers,
There
if you
goes
remember the town,
No,
comment.
Swerve Neblin are the
Gnomes.
deep gnomes.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Family
Which-
Crest, Black Scale Hunters, Nope, Vial of Poison, Junebug, the kids got missing.
I like your notes.
Lots of commerce, smoke billowing from where the laymen go. Where is this fog coming from? Hedge maze connected to the city. I apparently didn't write the name of the city. Here's another good one. Talking about the... I don't know what I was...
Player notes are my favorite.
Yeah.
What probably happened is like, oh, I'll finish that. Let's say something funny. Okay, what was I doing? I don't remember. All right, let's do something else. Dang it.
Anyway,
Write it down.
we're in the Gnomish Kingdom. Brahm and the rest of the Scurious family have been given a task to retrieve the Pearl of the Deep, I believe is what it was called, from the hedge maze just outside of town. And the first Scurious who claims the orb gets the entire Scurious fortune.
Scurious-er and Scurious-er.
Change the name of the episode. It needs to be Scurious-er. I love that.
Scurious-er. This is getting more and more scurious as we go. Oh,
You're
crap.
welcome.
At the announcement of the beginning of the contest.
Oh no. I rolled a natural 1 with it.
Perfect. The entire Scurious family ran, or most of the Scurious family ran towards the maze, including Brom's brother, Artemis, who happens to be in this place.
Dead meat.
Is according to Brom, dead meat. You guys entered into the maze. You found a bunch of pitfall traps just in time to be attacked by some devils.
And jet spiders.
Devils.
Oh, no.
Brom was the giant spider.
That's right.
And I was the itty bitty spider. So you were Robbie Jean Pants, and I was
Yes.
Little Robbie.
Little Robbie.
Full disclosure, I was planning to orb weave, and then I could feel where he was at with my stuff, but then I got hit by drop of concept. So,
Yeah.
there we go.
And now we pick up with the party finishing making their way through this portion of the maze, this kind of open area, and avoiding all of the pitfall traps. So what I need now, because there are several directions to go into, I need a survival roll.
I would do it if I get advantage.
You get advantage?
Yep, since this is technically grassland.
Yep.
From anybody? Or just somebody?
Discord
Just
updated.
whoever wants to do the tracking.
7 or 15? 15. 7, 22.
Okay, that's better than mine. Because I got 13 plus 6.
It's kind of what rangers do. So at 22, you're able to you're moving along and you're kind of picking paths. At one point, you get to a fork in the road, and you look over to the left, and you see the telltale signs of like small, very very thin crystalline webbing, and you choose to avoid that path specifically because you're pretty sure that that's just a crystal web spider.
Okay.
Crystal spiders.
It looks like we need to go right, gentlemen.
So, I know.
Or do you prefer devil?
Devil.
Gentleman and devil.
Lady devil to you. I'm just kidding.
Gentleman and lady devil.
Lady devil to you. What? Whoa, 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 whoa.
So you guys.
My animal companion agrees. Right? Yeah? Should we go right?
Okay. So you guys are continuing along through the maze, and I need everybody to roll me a perception check.
What's that?
8, 21. 1.
13.
11.
So you're moving along, and you hear someone calling for help.
So I stop the group. If you're someone calling out in distress for help. From the direction we're heading.
It's a tarp.
Well, there's actually another intersection.
From the left.
Wait,
Yep.
are we at another intersection or a fork?
You
Okay.
were at a fork
We-
earlier.
So he points that. Do we all hear it, or is it still just he heard it and then it's gone?
As he points it out, you do all hear.
It's the ears, guys.
All right,
Please.
Brom
Your half-elf ears.
Brom's a sucker for helping. Is it a female voice or a male voice?
The male voice.
All right, he doesn't care. He has a complex about saving people,
Mhm.
but not. He doesn't care.
Apparently I don't seem to care. According to my dice.
I rolled
Okay.
What was it?
I don't know, guys. I think it might be a trap.
Can I?
Tavish.
Can I?
How much do you like your family? If one of your family members died, would you be sad?
Are you asking me this again?
Yes.
Yes, I'm.
No, out of game. What
You know, it
if one
very
of
well
us-
could be one of those other maggots, and I don't want them winning, so let's carry on. Other way.
I don't know what I thought.
I think we need to go and investigate.
I don't
If
know
it's-
these dirt bags.
How far of a lead do we have on the...
We know where the end of the
do you know
where it is.
when to go?
No, you don't know where anybody else is in this maze.
It's
Um,
like the maze in Harry Potter and
Reconnaissance.
the Goblet of Fire.
Pretty much. It's ever changing. Thornock offers to go take a look while the rest of the group moves on.
Who's in Thornock? He's strong.
Alrighty.
So he
Use the
goes-
message. Ring, Aaron.
He grunts. And
Ring us.
Moves off. Yep, ring us. Give us a ring.
Ring, ring. Hello.
So you guys, you have 2 paths before you can go straight ahead, continue on, or you can move off to the right.
This is not the one with the
No, that was back.
That was back. Okay,
Yep.
so now we have 3.
Yeah, the
Is
one
there
on the
any-
left is where Thornock just left.
Are there any identifying marks?
Go ahead and roll. What kind of check do you want to roll to look for that?
I'm mostly going to be looking for like strange mists or lights or just basically like something out of the ordinary that would like lighting wise or like
Okay.
special effects wise, if that makes sense.
All right, so that's just a perception check.
Perception, that's going to be 15.
What was yours? Sorry. What was that, bro?
15, I'm sorry.
15?
Yes.
You do see the path ahead of you does have kind of a little soft glow
Okay.
coming from it.
I will, let's see. Low at 10, I rush. Low at 10. I will begin walking that direction and see if Tavish
You're
is
going
going
straight?
to... Wherever that glow was, I'm going
Straight.
to continue straight, yes.
Mhm.
Can I do a perception check? See if I can see anything different?
Sure.
Why don't we all do a perception? Yeah.
I'm just gonna follow
Okay,
around.
never mind.
Inception checks.
So Brahm and Akio start moving down the center path.
Slowly. Oh?
28.
You do notice that there is some, there are some vines on the ground in this area, and as you like watch them, one of them kind of starts twisting and turning towards Brahm.
No.
Say, watch out! Your feet!
And these vines spring up, and you can see kind of these small little thorns on them. So I need you to roll me a dexterity saving throw, and you get advantage because of the perception.
Okay, because I was the one. Yeah, screw this die, man. That's a 4. My dexterity is a 7, so that's 10.
All right.
If I can do math, right?
Did you do?
7 plus 4?
11.
11.
Yeah, 11. I was gonna say.
6 plus 4, 10.
Yeah.
7 plus 4, 11.
11.
Math.
So you take 6 poison damage, and you are poisoned for 10 minutes.
Poison.
I can come on back.
Oh, that hurt. That hurt.
I am actually going to grab a.
Wait, Akio ran with him, didn't he? I need a saving throw with advantage from Akio as well.
What saving throw again? 8
Dexterity.
full times.
Let's go back to
saving
this
throw
dice.
10.
And this
10?
dice.
So 6 poison damage to you, and you are also poisoned for 10 minutes.
Oh my gosh, I'm so hurt because we haven't taken a long rest.
Classic.
Ah!
Yeah.
That was her.
I am going as they both come
Nice.
stumbling back,
I got
picking
a
thorns out of their
couple
feet or
from,
legs.
Okay.
I'm going to greet them both
as well.
with 2 goblets full of.
Poison resistance.
Oh, thank you, thank
resistance.
So go ahead and roll me another saving throw with advantage against the poison.
Now,
Constitution
you
is
have
fine.
poison resistance and advantage on saving throws against poison.
I'm gonna reroll that since it bounced off scale time. It was a decent roll. Damn it!
Hmm.
You have advantage.
Oh,
Give advantage
Fine.
because of
I
the
trust.
goblet.
I already rolled them is the problem. They're
You
both
already-
4s.
So I collect the goblets from the back of the bag.
Constitution.
I have- I only have one more of those available.
You're no longer poisoned.
I know, right? Like,
Alright.
I have one more available. Lunera, would you like
Do that one.
poison?
Lunera.
Would you like some
Might
poison
as
resistance as
well.
well?
I believe it lasts, what, an
3
hour?
hours.
3 hours? Okay.
Mhm.
Yep.
So Brahm is still
3 hours.
poisoned,
Yes, he is.
unfortunately. But everybody else seems to shrug off the effects, and you guys are able to clear out the vines pretty easily. I mean, you guys have at least one sharp weapon between all of you. Don't you have like a hand axe?
Yeah, I actually have a short sword.
Yeah, a short sword?
Mhm.
Is it like oh no, it's a kukri.
Yeah, it's a kukri.
Yeah.
Which is perfect for clearing vines.
Mm-hmm. It's much better than a dagger.
So you're able to clear out the creeper vines pretty easily.
It will cut.
Slice.
Oh my gosh, I want to make that guy as a character.
Right?
An assassin.
It will kill.
So you continue down the center path, and it opens up into another kind of clearing area. And in the center of the clearing, there is it is huge, actually. There is a statue of a gnome in the center of this room. Kind of just this stone statue. The gnome is looking pretty proud, and he's got like an open sack that's kind of hanging on his
Do I
shoulder.
recognize? Is this?
Go ahead and roll a history check.
Friend of yours?
Hush. So you perception?
Just
Or
not all gnomes know everybody.
Is it history or perception for him?
History.
History.
I know
History,
every
that's a
half
10
elf in the
total.
world.
You're not familiar with this particular gnome.
I'm gonna
Okay.
do a history check too. Oh, that 29.
29. So Brahm is standing there and he's like, I don't think I know who this is, and I don't think anybody else will because we're in this strange magical kingdom. And then Akio leans down and reads the plaque that says
Damn, I was just gonna say, is there a plaque on it?
Mikkel Donager, first king, or first lord of the gnomes.
Lapel Donager.
Can you just grab his head and like tilt it down?
Yeah.
I never know who this is. Oh.
Brahm is not doing too well.
Jolly good show.
He's
Well,
poisoned after
I mean,
all.
yeah.
Let's be honest here.
I don't know what you're talking about. I simply nothing.
Because technically you have disadvantage on all attack rolls and ability checks, by
Yep.
the way. So.
No.
Does that would include the poison? Would it
I
not?
think those are no. I don't think it's that. I think it's
Those are a saving throw.
yeah. I
Yeah.
think saving throws are different.
Okay.
So
Okay.
it's just anytime you roll an ability
That's
check.
why the goblets give you advantage on saving
Okay.
throws.
That makes more sense. Because I was like, that kind of sucks. It's like
Yeah.
it kicks you while you're down.
Yep. So that is what you read on the plaque on the statue.
Okay.
Is there anything else in the plaque,
I-
like he lived, how he died, or
How
something like
is
that?
it? Is he gnome height?
Gnome gliding?
Can we see?
Yeah.
him?
So it does say he lived how he died, but it says taking stuff from people and keeping it for himself.
I know I probably can't see anything. Can anyone else? Does he have anything in his bag?
Yes, what?
The bad.
I can't see anything because
I'm probably tall enough to. Is it a big statue or is it like gnomish?
It's a gnomish big statue, so it's a normal.
I just
That's
I
right,
look
yeah.
into the back.
Yeah.
I can't see.
Is there anything?
You do
It's
see a
kind of
small shimmer.
There's a shimmer. Does that mean anything?
Touch it.
Perhaps it's
I'll
the
go.
pearl of the deep.
I'll reach in the bag and pull it out.
You Arcana check it first. Nope, never mind.
I just reach in the bag and pull it out.
This is the kind of night we're rolling tonight.
So I need to have you make me another dexterity save, please.
It's a trap.
Your hand falls.
Why do I keep throwing my
It's
dice?
fine. It's
Want to keep it?
Yeah, I'll keep it
It
12.
has to roll in the
Oh, that's
box.
the rule.
Okay.
That's the rule. If we use the
Oh.
boxes, it has to roll in the box.
Alright. What did you say, dexterity?
Yes.
11.
11. So
I don't know how I keep this, like, launching out of the box. It's twice.
It's like the first time you ever play pool and you cue all of you.
so you're so you start reaching in and
D4s.
your hand kind of just like slips onto the stone and the eyes of the statue glow and magic missiles come out of the eyes.
I know.
Why did I have to put my face right in front of his face and reach in?
I wish I had a reaction spell.
Or
armor.
He's doing it and it's like right in his nuts.
You take 11 points of force damage.
Okay.
And,
I'm really weak.
I'm full of
and
terrible
it knocks
ideas.
you back a few feet, so you're away from the
I'm full
statue.
of terrible ideas today. Please don't listen to me. Well, I would like to remind everyone that my uncle, I don't know if I reminded you of them, just telling you for the first time, he's quite the Peter. He likes to play tricks and pranks and make things difficult, so
I'm gonna
most things do not be as they seem, but they could be, so...
I'm gonna drink a potion of greater healing.
Okay.
Because
Like, hurt?
Yeah.
I'd heal you, but I used all my
It's okay.
spells healing Thornuk.
That's you still have your staff with you. That's adorable. Okay. So what do you do?
I am going to inspect around the around the bag and inside of it.
Okay.
Using a sleight of hand check. To try to see if there's like any kind of mechanical trap.
Okay.
So it's not.
Not necessarily magic.
Is
I'm
it a
going to
stone
step
bag,
away.
or is it like
It's a stone bag.
It is a stone
Yeah, so
bag.
it is a solid stone bag.
I'm going to step away as he's reaching.
Well, not reaching in. I'm checking it first.
Just
He's not a reacher.
give me the bag of devouring.
That is a 20.
20. You do notice that this is an arcane trap. There are plenty of arcane sigils that are faintly carved into it.
My friend,
All right, I'm gonna cast
Dispel
Dispel
magic.
Okay.
Don't just start it on the actual
You do
Okay,
realize
so-
that this is more of a operation style trap, as in don't touch the sides. So there is a possibility you might be able to get whatever's inside without touching it.
I am
If you
gonna
want to try.
try. I'm gonna do. Can I do it with sleight of hand?
Yeah, before.
I want to try something first.
All right, I put my spell out.
I will look at him and
Do
say,
you want me to just try it, or
You're going to roll me a sleight of hand check.
I'm going to inspire you, and I'm going to say, if anyone can do this, I know that you are quite precise with the gun. You should be able to do D10, I
Ooh,
think.
really?
Hold on. Let me double check. D10. 1 D10.
10 plus a 15, 25. Sleight of hand. 8, so 33.
So you reach your hand in, and do you do it quickly? Is that what you want to do? Is just do it quickly?
No, go ahead.
I don't know. No, I like that.
Just look at
That's
what-
fine.
like-
Don't even just look at it. Yeah.
Straight at
I just went right to Octio, just reach in and grab it.
I believe you're looking for that, or you're like making a quick tinker construct. You're like,
I haven't had a drink in a long time.
really shaky.
No, second.
I just had a goblet of
Water.
anti-poison.
Of water.
So you pull out a small sphere
Okay.
of like thickened glass, and inside there's like a couple
I
like
need 6 more.
sigils marked.
And then we can bring someone back to life.
6 sigils.
Yeah, there's like 6 different sigils marked.
Hi, Steph.
Do I recognize any of them, or they just
They're
Greek to me since they're magic?
go ahead and do an Arcana check, see if you recognize them,
Okay.
or hand them to somebody
Sorry,
who
I
might.
eat this in front of you. It's gonna be
I got
It's
a
definitely
pretty,
going to be a
But I'm not
no.
I got a pretty high ability.
It's a 12. So I don't notice anything. I don't realize what they are, and I hand them over to Akio after he finishes chugging.
It casts magic missile at Akio. No, I'm just kidding.
It's terrible, but 16.
You see? So you recognize that these are command sigils that you can use to. It looks like one of them is relating to lighting something,
Okay.
and the other is relating to a sort of flight spell, a limited flight spell.
Light the torch.
catapult.
And you realize that if you know the command words, you should be able to pull these out.
Is it written in the
What's your family motto? What's your uncle's motto?
Uncle's motto?
Trick 'em while you can.
Race to the bottom, and if they beat you there, make sure you bury them.
Nothing happens.
I don't know.
Do I recognize these enough to say them in common, or
So the sigils themselves are not the command words. They're just basically like the magic inscriptions that say like, "Hey, this command word."
so
Needs
we need another piece?
So you need to find the command word specific.
Okay.
So everybody go ahead and roll me a perception check.
19.
14.
22.
8.
So Lunera and
That's enough. We're done.
Tavish, you both look down and you see that the plaque has changed.
What does it say?
And it says
Or can we even read it?
no, it's actually in common.
Oh, okay. We'll find
I can speak Romans.
You stole my waivers.
Well,
You-
what-e-da. Voice, yeah.
Cast
Table.
fireball. Quick, cast fireball.
Catch fireball.
And it says
Is he a wizard?
Yes.
Barbarian.
It says command words are easy when they're spoken in primordial.
Oh, I don't.
I think I can speak primordial too.
Oh, you can?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
I was just saying,
I can speak undercommon.
You can't do that.
common and
Primordial?
non-mystical.
She's diabolic. Yeah. Infernal.
Giant.
And I didn't take understand language
Yes,
spell thing.
Yeah.
That was for the more studious.
So,
I
should we
need
try the
something
family
flashy.
motto in primordial? One of you gents?
I will actually attempt it and see if the orb activates or does
So-
anything.
The motto doesn't activate the orb.
Just say like fly.
Pressing gear.
I'd say like fly.
And the orb lifts out of your hand
Uh-oh.
and floats in the air and just kind of starts orbiting you.
Oh,
Suck! You used it already!
Say light, because it's talking about
Okay.
light.
Say like, does it light up or is it?
It lights up, and it lights everything within 60 feet in a bright light.
Here's dark vision for you.
Is it a radius light or is it a beam light that's just like...
Guys, I have a walking lighthouse. This is fantastic.
It is like a glow,
Okay.
an all around glow.
it's a light bulb.
So
Can
I'll
you
go
take
ahead
colors, make
and
it
let you
blue?
know this is a wondrous item known as a drift globe.
Okay.
So the small sphere of thick glass weighs 1 pound. If you're within 60 feet of it, you can speak its command word and cause it to emanate the light or daylight spell.
Drift globe.
And then once used, the daylight effect can't be used against it until the next dawn.
Oh,
And then you can also speak another command word as an action to make the illuminated globe rise into the air and float no more than 5 feet off the ground.
5 feet.
The globe hovers in this way until you or another creature grasps it. If you move more than 60 feet from the hovering globe, it follows you until it's within 60 feet of you. And it takes the shortest route to do so.
So it follows 60 feet away.
Basically, it will stay in kind of its general orbit, and if you move more than 60 feet, it will move until it's within 60 feet of you. I mean, unless you grab it and hold with you.
I'll grab it. I'm going to grab it and see what happens. Is it?
It
Can
still,
I let it go and it's still flying?
Yep.
Okay.
You just have to speak the command words again, which will come up with primordial command words for it.
Do it. Do it now.
It's just like sound of a bird.
No.
Well, it's primordial, so it's like
Wait,
gravelly.
I got it.
German.
Me
I like
Or just find some Klingon words. It's perfect.
Yeah.
No, we'll do some Klingons.
All right. What would you guys like to do now?
Is there another? So we came into this opening. Is
Yep.
there another exit?
Nope. This is a dead end room.
All right.
All right, let's go back.
and
We went and got
Back to this
Yeah.
way.
Okay.
I'll let you take the front because I don't want to get stung again. Can I make another
It's-
save throw, please?
Yes, you can go ahead and make another saving throw now.
What
is this?
advantage? Get advantage.
What is the check against?
Constitution.
Just Constitution, so that was a 13 or just straight Constitution. 52, 15 total.
15? Yes, you're good. Yeah.
Oh,
You
nice.
still have resistance too. by
Feeling
the
much
way.
better. Thank you.
Yeah, that whole adventure took about 5-10 minutes, so you guys are...
Resistance to poison specific.
So you head back down to the intersection. You no longer hear the voice saying, "Help me," anymore, so you assume that Thornock either helped or killed whoever was making that noise. Yeah. Or just like, it's going to be too hard to get you out of whatever trap you got into.
I don't see him in there yet, so.
Thornock said that.
What?
Is that what Thornock said, or is he stuck in the trap?
He's nowhere to be seen.
We don't know
We didn't
what
hear
happened.
him scream help.
No.
He's this dog.
Gotcha.
So there is one more path.
Another path.
Yep.
Let's do like a search for traps or.
Okay. So go ahead and roll me a perception check, which is what we do for traps.
15.
15. You do not find any traps.
Are there any
It appears
loose
clear.
wooden implements like a stick nearby?
There's some broken lines a little bit.
I'm
back.
going to throw a stick if I can find one.
Okay.
A broken
Wherever
line.
I'm going to walk, I'm going to throw it. See if anything happens.
And then you're gonna pick it
10-foot
up.
pole, and you're gonna tap, tap, tap,
Yes.
tap, tap.
So you continue down the path.
Minesweeper.
Braum throwing a stick ahead of him.
Okay,
then,
safe.
And so you know that at least where you're standing and where the stick landed are safe.
No,
But in between might be different.
And the air it traveled
this
through is all right.
Yep.
This is science, okay? Science.
I'm gonna head down path.
Okay. So you guys all head down the path.
All right.
At one point, Braum throws his stick, and it slams into solid air. And then the stick starts dissolving, and the cube that was waiting to ambush you slowly sinks back through the maze. And
Homer Simpson.
But you no longer have your stick.
My stick. Okay.
You take out the staff of healing.
No!
Even bigger stick.
So you're coming around the bend, and you actually see that there is sort of a. It's one of those where it's got the path straight ahead, and then there's an opening, and the path kind of goes into another area with just a little bit of a hedge between them. So you have another area over here that's kind of blocked off by hedges, and you can hear soft humming coming from that area.
Does it sound like a familiar voice? Like
This
No,
whole
it
maze is a trap. So
I'm assuming gnomes have like a different tone to their voice. Does it sound like a gnomish voice or like just
It does not actually. It sounds a bit
Creepy little
deeper
kid,
and
huh?
gruffer.
It's Billy Goat Gruff.
I think that's the one.
I think you should go ahead and check it out.
I've seen it make it way too many times. I'm not interested.
I will go check it out. I will go first. Will I go first?
Okay. So you move around that small corner and look into this area, and you see that there's a small farm with rather colorful and prickly plants. And tending to this farm, kind of brushing a new trench into it with a hoe, is a centaur. He's got a long, thin beard and a mohawk of black hair, and his horse part is a palomino in color.
Hi, friend. As he's drinking.
Yeah, as he's like drinking from his flask, he sputters a bit and turns around and goes,
So sorry to intrude.
"Oh, no problem at all." And he takes the hoe and he slides it along like this small little belt that he's wearing around his midsection, his horse midsection.
This is not in character.
That was in
that was not in character.
Look here,
I just like,
Look here, I'm sorry, my friend.
It's in character now.
She may have a thing for centaurs. Canon.
It's nice to see some friendly faces around here.
Yes, indeed.
can we ask you a question?
Yeah, do you realize you live in
That's not the question. I was
Yes, I do, unfortunately. It's rather difficult for me to leave, but it's a good life.
How long have you been here?
Oh, let's see. I've been at this current location for probably about 5 years now.
Fair enough. That sucks.
Do you know about his uncle?
I know people like who is his uncle.
Braum Scurious-er at your service.
Nice to meet you. I'm Calidus.
Calidus.
Helenus.
It's like Canada by Calidus.
We're looking for something right now. It's like a.
We're looking for a pearl.
You have the drift globe out, by the way.
Yeah. It's just every time I just kind of hold it in my hand and then
Let it go.
let it go when I stop.
Yeah.
Basically,
I like the idea that it might follow you a bit closer. I think that's
60 feet is so far away
It's a
because
lot.
that's literally at the edge of its light range.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm. I like the idea that it can orbit you.
Okay.
So we're gonna change
kinda
the
like-
drift globe.
Sounds
Alright,
good to me.
so it's like a very
It's not
Hey,
me.
listen.
Those are the command
It
words.
sparks.
Yeah.
Sparks.
Hey, listen!
And then it lights up.
My good man, I assume you're not here against you.
No, of course. I live here. It's kind of, I do a little bit of farming. I trade with whoever passes by. Are you interested in some exotic fruits, vegetables?
Are they poisonous?
exotic fruits. Yes,
I mean, they are until I prune them, and then they're fine.
I'll take an exotic.
I want to insight check this fool.
Sure.
Natural 20.
He seems like a genuine farmer.
Dang it!
Are we expecting something special?
Yes. This is the mastermind.
He's actually a gelatinous ooze.
Yes.
Another lie.
It's a June bug.
He's a mimic.
JB!
The mouth. Oh, right here opens up. He's got a mouth.
Like
On
this,
his torso?
like the thing, right?
It's a mimic.
Okay.
His eyes are.
Well, it seems that if
Nibble eyes.
if all things go well, we may end up becoming neighbors, my friend.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I mean, I assume that you live here. You are a gnome.
That's right. This is actually my first time.
This is actually. I don't know your last name.
Scurious.
This is actually.
It's curious.
From?
From Scurious. His family actually owns this maze, or at least initially built it.
Oh, those Scurious-ers.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. There's plenty of Scurious-ers around here.
Do you hate them?
No, I mean, I live here, right?
I just wanted to make
They
sure.
treat you well?
Yeah, I mean, well, whoever comes by to trade does. What do you have to trade, by the way, for my delicious fruits?
What do you want?
I could use some new tools, and he pulls out that bow again, and he kind of turns it over, and it does look like ratty. It's like a stone tool on its last leg.
I got something down. Hold on. Have to make sure I'm not using the wrong bag. Yep.
I could give you a purple robe. So you can say that on your top half.
It needs tools specifically, right?
Yeah,
I don't have
tools are what I'm looking for.
Would this help? And I pull out a. I think I have a pickaxe. No.
How long would it?
I have a crowbar.
I have. Yeah. I don't know that it'll help you here, but if you ever need to quick fire, that's probably not good. You could
That actually would be quite useful.
fire starter.
Yeah.
This is. I'll tell you this, Brad. It's a little crude, but when you use it, it is about.
Basically, as if. Interesting. Yeah, I'd be happy to sell a bushel of fruit for that.
That would be excellent.
I might be able to fix your tool using the metal from the crowbar that I'm the blacksmith.
If you could, that would be wonderful. I'd give you a whole. I mean, I have about.
It's not necessarily fruit that I'm looking for. I don't know. Maybe you could...
I was waiting for somebody to say, and like everybody just turns to Akio to this time, like,
You do need a drink.
Conversation.
Have you heard anything about an item called the Pearl of the Deep?
oh, that. I mean, if you fix my tool,
My bow.
you fix my bow.
That's even worse.
That's a little better.
You could have went with garden rake.
Well, I didn't think you were that childish.
He hasn't
You
been
can
All
drinking
of
a
you.
few
Savage
days.
was.
If you, I would be willing to give you a hint. I may have a bit of a clue on where that would be.
Perfect. I'll go ahead and start it on fixing.
Has anyone else been around here?
We've had there have been a few that passed by, but nobody recently.
And were you able to help them in any way, or were they insufferable like the rest of them?
I would say that most of them were pretty engrossed in their travels to notice me.
Fair point.
So I'm going to need a strength check from you. And you're going to have disadvantage because you don't have a proper blacksmith
Can you create fire?
I have a fire starter.
Oh, thaumaturgy.
thaumaturgy.
Just you could create probably a hot enough forge to be able to. You know, you'd have to like.
You basically make a makeshift kiln out of like some clay that you find nearby, and start heating up the crowbar and everything, and do all the forged and fire stuff. So
How are you going to quench
You
it?
can use a big rock, water.
quick, grab your
Oh.
alcohol.
Do it the Boy Scout method.
Do you have any oil?
I'm afraid not.
You can use water. It's a hoe. It's not.
You're a hoe.
That's how they did it back in the day.
Yeah, that's true. Okay. Ooh.
You have
Worker Conan in blood,
disadvantage.
apparently, right?
Well, okay. 16 plus 4, so 20.
So it takes about a half an hour. While you do that, he does trade out the Zippo for the fruit. And these are basically, he gives you a bushel of 6 kind of these weird, almost purple yellow pears.
Okay.
They look like, or gourds, kind of. These are actually
You could make
Purple, yellow.
natural
stuff
potions
inside
of
of it
healing.
itself.
So you have 6 more potions of healing from the juices within
Chef.
these gourds, basically.
Perfect.
Chef.
Hey, buddy.
And yes, you can hollow them out and whatnot. And,
Well, I was thinking he could use it
taps
for.
his, like,
He could use it to
flask.
make alcohol with.
ferment it.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
I'll take one.
Do you have?
And you are
Scooby
actually able to make a fairly decent
That's for kombucha.
metal hoe.
Do I have any spare metal?
I do have a
from that
component
crowbar,
pouch.
or
Maybe there's a
do
Scooby in
you think I would use the whole thing?
You probably have a bit of spare metal. I mean, you don't need the whole thing.
'Cause
Crowbar is pretty big.
Yeah.
You definitely don't have a crowbar anymore.
Yeah, I removed it.
Bar the size
have
of
a
a crow.
But I was gonna say also, I mean, so here's this, and
thank you.
what is the hint of the?
Oh yes, and he kind of checks over the tool and goes. At the end of this corridor is a dead end for most. And he looks over at Tavish and specifically at the drift globe going around your head and says, but there are some things that allow you passage into the statue of the dancing lovers. Beyond that, there is a path that a Scurious took to hide the orb. Or the pearl, rather.
Do you have any more information in exchange? Or, excuse me, I could make you some basically horseshoes.
I'm afraid that's all the information I have. He passed by here and I watched him go through
He
the
says,
path.
besides, I have regular shoes. And he picks up and there's sneakers on his toes.
I messaged Lunera and said, sexual tension is killing me. Just get some more.
All right, I'll just go.
Just like full on like kiss him. He's surprised.
Straight from the horse's mouth.
Wait, you said a gnome went through.
Yes, a while ago.
What did he look like?
Him, only older?
There's missing an arm.
I don't believe so.
Okay, it's got to be a man. If he's not dead,
It's
I'm
gotta
going
be
to kill
Colonel Mustard Scurious.
him. In the office with his.
You said missing arm.
Yeah,
That would've been,
we're looking for
for
Artemis.
Right, no, but
We're ahead of Artemis.
Armtimus.
but
Artemis.
all right. I mean,
Damn it!
His uncle has been through
No!
Yeah,
This is our bad form, Peter.
bad form, Peter.
I just noticed it.
Time for the bubble box.
Not the box.
No, the bird box. All right, and I want to say, well, you've been most helpful, and I want to give you this. In the event you hear anyone else coming, don't help them. And I'm going to hand him one of my rubies that's worth 1,000 gold.
And he looks at it and he goes, I really have no use for treasure.
What about?
Oh, don't we have seeds of giant bean things or exploding whatever's?
Thornock has those.
You could get him, see if you could cultivate them.
Probably your best bet would just to be try to get as big of a head start.
Fair enough. Well, should we acquire this and we do become neighbors, I will remember this.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
Feel free to come back anytime. And he winks at you. And then he goes back. He goes back to hoeing.
I'm gonna put blinders on. So if someone comes in, he might not see it. He would just be like working. I mean, it's. I don't know if it works for the top half. Since
There's so much racism going on with the centaur.
The funny thing is my favorite monster to kill is monstrosities, and centaurs are considered
They
monstrosities.
are. You're like
You're over there watching.
I've met many of your kind, friend.
She's just watching them kiss, and you're over there just like, ugh.
His finger is twitching like on near the trigger.
I just really like killing them.
So you guys continue on your way.
Yes, I will bound off the direction he.
Yeah, down the
Yes, we
corridor
take
that,
his.
Tally ho!
that is a dead end to most.
So as you approach, do you have the light of the driftquill on, or is it just? Because it's still rather light out.
He keeps turning it
Well,
off and on
no,
again.
Because you said if I turn it off, I can't use it until next dawn.
That's only the daylight spell. You can use the light spell as many
Oh.
times as you want.
Yeah, it's off because it's
Okay.
until it's dark.
Yeah.
While we're walking, when it's dark, when it's getting darker, I'm going to begin playing Hello.
So I'm gonna pull it down and go,
Friend.
Hey, listen! And it's gonna
Light up.
appear. Yep, light up. That's
So,
primordial. For,
As you guys get to that section of Bramble, the light hits the hedge and it just starts pulling back, like shrinking away from the light. And it reveals another path beyond.
interesting.
My
Like
song,
that-
my
like
song
that
will be
plant
using
thing in
counter
Harry Potter,
charm, or what's
yeah.
it called? Counter charm.
A counter charm.
Yeah.
Just while we're walking, in the event that we're
I can't remember.
in the event we're
can't either.
subdued in some way.
So you continue through
Very
this
quietly.
newly opened path with. Sorry.
Before we enter, before we end and get the end of this path, how's everyone feeling?
I feel like I want to win.
Normal. I think normal.
I'm good.
How is everyone feeling? On a scale of 1 to 62, how is everyone feeling?
27.
Does anyone need to use those new fruits that we just picked up? You need heal any injuries.
There we go. Here, eat a few.
Wow! Yes!
Welcome to the party. There you go. Here's 3 more.
I say we all should all take one if we need it.
I
don't
wasn't
know.
far off though when I said 27.
Yeah.
That's why it took you one. You're like,
I'm in the middle.
Damn
Yeah.
So
okay,
it's just a
great.
standard health
Greater?
potion, right?
Is
Or
it a-
greater?
That'd be 2d4 plus 4.
Is it standard?
Greater or regular health potion?
Greater. These are
So
greater.
44 plus
44. I like 44 plus 4. That's 48. I was at 48.
Don't confuse him.
48.
No one didn't even make it in there.
4.
There you go.
Jolly good show.
Plus 4. Plus 4. Wow, I got max.
We're running out of home time. Space seconds.
I thought you were being role playing.
Well, I was trying
Like,
to role
let's
play.
take a pulse really quick, make sure everyone's okay. Not like, are you dying tonight?
All right, let's check your vitals.
So everybody takes a minute to have a bite. And,
Well, I asked that specifically because I knew that
Yeah.
Akio had been kind of beat up in the last.
do you take the full hour for a short rest, or do you just take a quick bite?
What's that?
I am okay with just the
You
quick
still
bites.
have those many potions. I'll take one of those.
Alright. Let me roll the equipment.
2d4, right, for the regular ones?
2d4 plus 2, yep.
2d4 plus 2.
Once per day, you finish a short rest.
Alright, so I've got here.
2
Inventory.
ones.
Huh?
2 ones.
Yeah.
4 else.
2 minutes.
Well, 2
4
plus 3.
2d4 plus 2.
2d4 plus 2.
So 1 plus 1 is 2 plus 2 is 4.
Where'd
You would think I would get this by now.
Yeah, well.
And I work at the IRS, guys.
She's counting your money.
How great.
Oh, that's fine then. I'm good with that.
Yeah. Does that put you at full?
No,
Oh.
You didn't catch mine though. I
Minus
rolled
1.
this 4 times. And I hate rolling. I hate them. All right.
Where's your black one?
Oh, they're right there. Continue.
So you guys all take a quick moment to eat some of these delicious fruits. They actually are rather tasty.
I didn't eat one. I just
Well, you just had a potion.
yeah.
And chug a few
I'm not
potions.
part of this group.
I'm not dead yet.
I don't want to
Stab
eat
into
one
it.
out.
Yeah.
And then you continue along this same path.
Yeah, no, it's just
It looks like it's not really giving you any other like side branches,
Okay.
And nor are there any traps that you can see. It seems you found a little bit of a shortcut through a denser part of the maze.
All right.
shortcut to mushroom.
I'm getting scared, so I'm gonna cast me.
Okay. How long does that last?
So is that
8 hours.
8 hours?
chapter 4 in the Fellowship of the
Nice.
Ring? Shortcut to mushrooms.
Never read it. I'm not a true nerd.
So I
So
guess
you enter
sci-fi.
into another room.
That's
This one has a statue with a set of elven figures in it.
I was gonna say
And there is a male and a female, and they seem to be entwined in a rather elegant dance. And their hands are, the one hand is behind their back in kind of that, that formal style, and their other hand is reaching up like this on each side to kind of make a little U shape. And they're basically just touching like that,
No,
so they look like they're in mid pose.
didn't it say something about doing the light between the dancing lovers?
That's what it said, right?
He said that this path leads you to the statue of the dancing lovers. Yes.
But yes, I was going to say, Tavish, see if you can place that.
I will place the orb
orb.
I'll still lit up.
Yeah.
We'll place it right there between there.
Okay. So you place it between their hands, and the pair begin to move. And they start spinning around each other using the drift globe as kind of the focal point for a rather elegant dance. It's Braun kind of picks up on this, and he starts like strumming a little tune along with it, a soft melody.
Like a lullaby.
Playing your scales.
I'm just playing scales. That's it.
We're gonna. I'm gonna play the cello portion of Canon and C.
Yeah.
Where it's like. Doom, doom,
Boom,
doom.
Yeah.
And you guys watch for a few minutes as they do their dance, and then the statues turn to you, and they've still got their hands, like their one hand holding close to the drift globe, and they both bow at the party.
I do actually return a bow just in case, just to see if like.
And then they move their hands, and the drift globe moves through the path, and it opens up again into a new kind of clearing beyond.
All right.
Just in case I do this.
Looks like they have shown us the way.
We did that before.
That was a different goddess.
Oh my god. Bow to them and walk. Is this like a tray you walk in between these? The eyes open, we die. Never ending story.
I've never seen the never ending story.
Okay. Don't worry about it. Nope.
Oh.
It's not like that then. Not like that. Only the penitent.
The don't blink statues.
You walk past and poof, back in.
So what happens if you blink one eye? Are you
That's how you
okay?
have to do it. Just blink one.
Yeah.
Try to keep blinking. But whenever I blink one eye, sometimes I accidentally blink.
Stop. You do that, you remind me of a frog.
I just need your tongue that can go. Your eye.
Re-wet your eye.
So you push apart like the last few branches that are still trying to clear.
Yep.
And you enter a wide clearing with a pool in its center. The pool looks like it may have once contained water, but is now filled with an
Someone
oily
didn't pay the
black
bill.
liquid covered with a violent iridescence. At the edge of the pool
Violent or
is
violet?
violet. At the edge of the pool is
That's what I heard
the
mostly.
body of a horse with a golden mane and a dirt-caked white hide. And as you guys
Wait, what was that? Is that in the pool?
no at the edge of the pool.
Oh, okay.
And as you guys approach, the horse turns its head, and you see that it actually has a horn, a single horn, on its head.
But it's not a drawing; it's a real life.
Are unicorns monstrosities?
If you drink a unicorn's blood, you can live forever.
Learn from.
I don't say that out
But
loud.
it is a cursed life.
Don't touch it unless you're a virgin.
And as you guys are just like staring at this horse making comments, the unicorn goes, "Please help. I am dying."
Whatever. What? How? What? I'm going to cautiously
Whoa,
say, are
girl.
you?
Whoa,
What ails you?
Wait,
I'm a dude.
wait, how do you
Can't you
know?
see the horn?
Is it a girl?
I mean, do you want to check?
I will.
Do you want
I will
to check?
throw a glance. I'll throw a glance.
Do you have animal handling?
No,
You gotta handle that animal.
Don't handle that.
Go ahead and roll me a perception.
You're gonna get impaled.
Because this is the most important thing
I
right
only
now.
rolled the 3. It didn't look long enough. I got 2 embarrassed.
I can't tell.
What
fine.
seems to
Still
ail you?
your
I'm
food.
gonna keep my distance, but I'm going to.
Mm-hmm.
15 for perception to check with the boy or girl.
She
I
Aha!
was right.
turns her head and nods it towards the pool and says, "The spring that keeps me energized was defiled by someone. I need your help in cleansing it.
Who defiled it?
I'm unsure."
Did you see
Probably a lot
or
No.
Probably took a dump in it or something.
The,
a violent dump?
there is a
violent iridescence.
my patron goddess did give me a way to
Patreon.
cleanse. She's a patron.
And
Please donate to my Patreon to help me survive.
But it requires human hands.
I'm afraid.
Sacrifice our hands.
And he like looks down at her hooves, like, not sacrifice.
I'm afraid.
I will help you.
He is the only human.
How can we
have
help you?
here.
I'm the only human. Okay, I will help you.
And
Are you human?
or
are we dancers?
There you
I'm
go.
half human, so I'm not.
so
Half
she
I think it.
Akia's human. Oh, we
I mean,
dance.
yeah, hands in
Hands in
general.
general.
It's fine.
Yeah. So she nods
It
to
requires opposable thumbs.
Yes,
I do not
hands
have
are
them.
she nods to a small kind of island in the center of
That'd
this
be
pool,
creepy on those.
where there's a statue. There's kind of this statue of a nature goddess, and she's holding onto this tablet. Tablet, like an ancient.
Yeah.
Like
A Moses
Ten
tablet.
A
Commandments.
tablet.
And she goes, the instructions on
iPad.
cleansing the pool are in the tablet.
I'll have my light orb.
I will
back, by
cast
the way.
fly.
In the tablet.
So
So is a pool taking up the whole area or to walk
So-
around it?
It is the whole area.
yeah, I'm gonna cast fly myself.
In the event that perhaps you might need something.
Now, is Mage Armor a concentration spell?
No, it's just a touch.
Nice.
I'm going to say here, just in case there's something nature related, I know you're not attuned to it, but you can hold this for a minute. I'm going to hand you the stuff of healing since it's got all those.
And then I'll
Nature people.
fly to the island.
So what we're going to do now, the unicorn, has a limited amount of time to live. So we are going to enter into a kind of a round system.
Okay.
Time challenge.
Roll initiative for this.
Not really.
Okay.
We'll kind of play it by ear. Everybody will get a turn. So what is your flight speed?
What's
It's like
60? Let me see.
Okay.
Yeah, 60.
So it's not that far to the edge of the pool. So
Okay.
you can make it to the island without touching the water. Better let them out, or else they're just gonna walk in the pool.
All right. So I will.
So you see, yeah. So let's see here. You see a statue of a beautiful fat woman with flowing hair and wearing gauzy robes. 3 ornate jars are arranged at her feet.
This is the statue.
I will relay that through the ear. The statue is like a lady,
Is there
and
anything?
there's 3 jars at her feet. They're decorative.
Is there anything in the jars?
No, they look like they are not marred or anything. They look absolutely pristine, kind of these kind of clay jars.
Does she have?
Except for there's a symbol on each of them. One of them
tablet?
is written 8 in kind of Roman numerals, or whatever you want to call those in this world. Elven numerals.
Syrian.
So one of them has the number 8, one of them has the number 5, one of them has the number 3.
8, 5, and 3. Is there anything on the tablet that she's holding that I can see?
Yeah, so you can actually pull the tablet from her hands, and on it is written 3 things that I'm actually going to send you. But the first says, "My sacred spring is a gift unto you, my faithful. Should evil ever profane it, I give unto you the method to restore it." And then the next thing that it says, oh my gosh, I just clicked off of everything that I copied.
Oh no.
The second thing says, "Recall the fable of the 8 archdruids. Once upon a time, 8 mighty druids resided within this forest with 3 houses. 5 were women, 3 were men, and together they made 8. In the end, all 8 found love in pairs. 4 druids settled within one house, 4 settled within another, and the 3rd house was left empty and was reclaimed by the forest." And then the third thing that she says is, or the tablet says, is, "At my feet rest 3 blessed vessels. Fill them with the profane water in the manner of the 8 druids, and speak my name with hope in your heart."
Maybe 4 cups worth in each, in the 5 and the 8, and then leave the other one.
So what would you like to do with the rest of your turn?
Tell everybody what I just read.
Okay, so
what does this mean?
Okay,
Help me.
So that is 1 round, basically.
Okay.
Okay, I think I have an idea.
I need to look at this.
Okay.
If we do... What was the last number?
3 houses, so
ended
the
in?
3 cups.
What was the
It was
last?
8, 5, and 3.
5 were women, 3 women.
Oh,
All
10.
8 found
Yes.
love in pairs. So there was a...
While you guys are looking at that,
Wait.
The manner of the 8 druids. 8 archers.
So there was 2 women that loved each other out of the group. There's 4 pairs. 3 of them were female, the other pairs.
we don't see gender here.
The gender is in this poem, or whatever.
So it says, "Fill them with the profane water," so the evil water.
Mhm.
Because it's at the top, because at the beginning of the thing it
In the
says,
manner of their druids.
Seems like
3 houses, I'm assuming, is meaning the 3 things that we're looking at.
no, that's the vessels.
My guess would be there's 3 blessed vessels, there are 3 houses,
Yeah.
or there are
There's-
3 men,
Or
5 women. But there was 4 and 4 in 2 of the houses, so one of them was empty and was reclaimed by the forest. So maybe 4 and 4.
I think you need 4 cups in one of the 8, 4 cups in 5, and then
Leave the
and
3.
one of them empty. Leave the 3 empty.
Leave 3 empty.
Because
Alright,
one of the
let's
houses
try
was empty.
do I have a cup? I have a flask. I guess reach over the edge and look.
Okay, so are you just filling one of the jars, or
So we're filling 2 of the jars with
4 cups.
right?
Yes.
4 cups in one jar,
So
4
filling
cups in
the-
another.
The 1 cup with... Okay.
So the 8 with 4 and the 5 with 4.
And the
But
3
the
leave
3
them
empty.
out.
okay, so it took a round for you guys to kind of figure that out, and then it takes another 2 rounds with the flask, because I mean this is very, like, it's a flask.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
not
it's a
very-
small
yeah.
bag.
And when you're done filling up,
Can I throw him one of the goblet ewers?
Yeah.
I'll roll one across.
so you do the 4 cups in each, and they seem to fill the jar a little bit, but they don't seem to fill it too much. So you've got water in.
Are they
2
different
jars.
sizes, or are they all the same size?
They are different sizes. In fact, if you're looking at them, The one that says 8 is bigger than the one that says 5, which is bigger than the one that says 8.
Empty them all. And take the 5, fill the 5 up, dump it into the 8, and then fill 3 up and dump it into the 8.
Okay, I do that. Does it fill it up?
It fills up the 8.
Okay.
Yep. Doing that, we'll say we'll take another round there. But that does basically filling up the full jug, or the 5 jug and the 3 jug fills up the size. Yep.
Okay,
And you judge this is about 8 gallons of water.
I would like to pre-apologize should some terrible trap kill you. I will bring you back to life. I'll try.
It's okay. I have
Okay.
Can I do an insight check to see if there's anything extra I can glean from this?
Sure. Go ahead and roll me an insight check.
The arch.
23.
So I'll give you the clue that you're on the right track as far as filling the jars up with a specific amount of liquid. It's a matter of filling those jars without overfilling or underfilling them. Basically using the jars that you have
Okay. So
with the gallons that you have
use the 8
to fill up.
and dump half of the 8 into the 5.
Yeah.
So there's no real way to measure half.
Eyeball it.
Well, so we have to use the jars to fill them up without leaving them without overfilling them or underfilling
Should we
them.
fill the 3, dump it into the 5? Because that's the only empty one.
Then we get the 1.
So right now you have, in fact,
Full 8.
yeah, you've got
Now that might work.
8 and 0 and 0 as far as the jars go. You have that one full of 8, this one is the 5, and this one is the 3.
Yeah, so we need...
You need to figure out a way to get these jars with the correct amount of water in each.
You can try that idea where you get the 8 with the 3. Try that?
Try it.
Because then
And then you dump the.
it's
3
in the
into
manner of the
5.
8 druids, which was 3 and 5.
Okay, so then I'll dump the 8. I'll fill up the 3 with what was in the 8.
Okay, so
Without overflowing.
Just the 3.
that will potentially fill up this 3 with 3 gallons,
Right.
and so you've got that now in jars.
Does anything change?
No. Basically, and remember, you do have to speak a command word at the end.
Speak her name with a hope in her heart. I'm gonna ask the
What's-
unicorn. Was that the name of the goddess that she said?
Elona.
Did she told that to us? Correct.
She's just said it.
Okay. Try speaking the name Elona.
With hope in my heart. Oh, I hope this works. Alona.
It does nothing.
Yeah. We got the map.
So the first step here.
So we really needed to.
Everybody go ahead and roll me an insight check to see if anybody can give me another clue.
Okay. Let's see.
Because I'm happy to give out clues if you can earn them.
15.
18.
It's 5 and
16.
16.
So you realize
Nice.
that
You got a natural 20.
so Rom definitely realizes that the 2 numbers that you're supposed to get relate to the story of the druids. Basically,
and they ended up with 8.
So there were 8
Started with
total.
There's 5 men, 3 women.
Okay.
And they all ended in pairs.
Right.
You fill them in the manner of the 8 druids, which I assume would be the 4 and the 4, because they settled separately.
That's correct.
So,
I'll give you that because
okay.
you got your natural 20.
So that means I need to fill like
so you
one
got-
more. So if I dump 4 of the 5 gallons into the.
How are you going to dump 4 of the 5 gallons up and get that correct? That's
Just
the issue that you're running into is
Well, if I fill that one all the
eyeballing
way
it
up,
isn't going to quite work.
the 3. You got 3 there. You put the 3 and the 5. Fill the 8 up.
Well, if I just dump all of the 5 in the 5, that should fill it up, right? Because there's 5 left,
Mm-hmm.
and that one only has a capacity of 5.
Yeah.
So I'll just dump.
So
it.
go ahead and
Okay.
Go ahead and dump that. So that means that you will now have
3, 5, and 0.
yep 3, 5, and 0.
3, 5, 1. And now I say.
Alona!
No.
Okay, so now we gotta get
Now
into
we gotta get
pairs.
4 and 4.
Yeah, now we gotta get to 4 and 4 without spilling over.
Dump. These 3 took up the 4.
Well, if I don't.
I'm gonna say put the 3 in that, and then get another 3. Then you'd have 6 and 5. How do you get the math to work between those?
So. What if we.
Did we already try filling up the 5 and 3 all the way, and then
That's what you have
That's
now.
what we have.
Oh, that's what. Okay,
Yeah.
my bad.
Yeah. Maybe if we dumped, we have to do it all together. So that's gonna be
3 into 8.
Okay.
5 into the 3.
So you get 3,
3 into the 8, and then
and then you want to put the 5 into the 3, right?
2 left in the
Yeah.
middle
So
one.
that's 2 left in the middle one.
So you've got 3 and 3. If you did 3 and 3, that'd be 6. Or the 3 and 2, that'd be back to 5. You can't do anything more into the 3 because it'll overflow. We're overthinking.
Go ahead and roll me another insight check.
Everybody.
Everybody's chuckling.
14.
Inside.
Oh, you said insight? Sorry. That is 18.
28.
12.
Tavish, you guys are on the right track. There's a specific step
Order.
solution to this
Yeah.
that gets you exactly what you need, and you actually stumbled your way on to step 3 of that. So congratulations.
I'm just trying to figure out.
Well, that's what I don't know what we need.
Yeah.
That's where.
So
I'm confused.
you know that you
these to
need
both be
4 and 4. 2 of the jugs to have 4 and 4.
Yeah.
Because the tale of the Archdruids was
They
4 lived in one
pairs,
house,
yeah.
4 lived in another, and then the third house was reclaimed by the elements.
Yeah.
I'll give that to you because Braun had his natural 20 with that.
Yeah.
Maybe. 3 into the 3.
Okay,
2 into the 3.
hang on. That puts that up to the
6.
6.
2 into the 3.
Okay,
Fill the 5.
so 0, 2, fill up the 5.
So there's 1 left there.
Okay,
If this one would be 1.
you want.
That makes sense.
Okay, yeah. So
But then we're back to 5 into the 2.
Nope. 5
and then
into the
1.
2,
Yep.
put it 1,
Mhm.
and then then there's 4 and 4 left.
Yeah.
okay, so do that.
Yeah.
So you put the
Okay.
5. Drop the 5 down. I know this
Yeah.
is
It's okay.
scintillating for the people who are watching.
3.
They're probably like,
1.
"You idiot! Doing this! Oh my gosh!"
Let me check.
So there's 4 and 4.
Yep.
Nope. Haven't said anything yet.
Perfect. Okay.
Now say.
Alona!
So you say that.
I really hope this works.
Hello, Hamora.
You say that there is kind of this flash of light, and you all smell these kind of like sweet flowery scents. And
It's a trap! Run!
the water in
The lavender monster.
the water in the jugs goes clear, and all of the viscous, oily water turns clear as well. And the unicorn stands up full. It's molted, or it's
We hear
dark
loud
fur.
dog drinking sounds.
Yeah.
I'll bow
Um,
deeply to it.
And she kind of shakes her mane as she starts glowing. And she says, "Thank you, travelers. That was fine work."
A pleasure. Are you hurt? Has this restored you to your full?
I am now at full. And then she winces and lets out kind of this shrieking whinny as a tendril of green energy wraps around her neck.
I'm going to... I don't have counterspell magic. I don't have counterspell.
Can we see where it's coming from?
Yes, actually, you see a specific figure. And the
Oh no!
wonderful one-armed man. It was the one-armed man, I swear! The figure of, and if you want to hold that up to the camera, of Artemis Scurious.
Ah, sure. It's the big one right now, so you should be able to see him.
Standing there, and he goes,
Vroom. Come on, focus.
I was so close, and you just had to ruin it, didn't you?
Oh,
Spoken like a true villain.
I do believe you've ruined a few things in my lifetime. So it's only true that we return the favor.
And I'm going to need everybody to roll the initiative, please.
Initiative.
Do you want to check it out? Preston.
Oh, I'm sorry.
As basically the unicorn collapses as you guys watch, just onto its side, and a dark shadow of this horse, sans the horn, comes out.
And there goes that plan. I was going to give it flame breath. Have a flame breath unicorn.
Pretty cool.
So you're over like here, messing with the pots.
So does that mean it's a nightmare?
It is indeed a nightmare.
I was just being funny. It's not supposed to actually be a nightmare.
Ron wakes up the next morning and says, "What a weird dream."
This is all a nightmare.
Akio, you were sober. It was so weird.
It's because they don't have good alcohol in this town.
Even I made it a bloody mouth. Eating people.
His name is Bloody Mouth.
Bloody mouth.
Bloody mouth.
Good night.
Bloody Mouth McGee.
Bloody mouth the nightmare. For those at home.
Nightmare.
For all those naysayers.
It's Artemis!
I'm gonna go back to Red
Boo.
Dead
Stop it.
Redemption.
You like it? You know you like it?
Nightmare. Right now his name is Black Bandit. Just not as cool.
You could be a brony. We call it Nightmare Moon.
Nice. There it is.
I don't nerd shame.
This was like a last minute. Corey's like, hurry and print this. And so I do. And I get it painted. And like the next day, he gets sick for 2 weeks. I was like, never mind.
Don't need it.
I'm like, okay, well.
We probably left you.
You guys actually solved that in half the time that it took.
Really?
For like you had about a minute left.
Okay.
So congratulations on that.
Nice.
Life.
Math is
You're
hard.
smart.
I'm so smart.
It's-
and more too.
Puzzles are one of those things where some people are really good at them in D&D and some people aren't. I'm terrible with puzzle challenges. I spent a week before I looked at the spoilers on how to solve that jar thing, thinking like, how the hell do you even get any of that to be for? You know. So you impressed me, that's for sure.
Regardless.
Old?
They can't do that. Oh, goodness.
Lunira, huh? Did you roll with
I
advantage?
did. 19.
And Brom?
That would be a 17.
Akio?
13.
Okay.
Tavish?
14.
I put a new overlay that was connected directly to D&D Beyond. So I don't know. So it might be covering half the first game.
Wonderful. Good to know.
I was probably going to check that.
But only on Twitch, not on the other platform.
Flying
Looking
things?
at Twitch.
Should be upstairs, right?
Apparently I didn't change the social
The flying.
pop-up, so it
You're
says...
still flying, are
Flying
you?
Dutchman?
You still have
no,
flying
it,
spell?
it goes away in 10. Well, I guess that only took us.
That
a
only
minute.
took you a
I
minute.
have 9 minutes of flight left.
The social notification says, as you lick your lips, you can taste the fresh ocean spray slightly salting your surroundings. In a humid place, you open your eyes in an unfamiliar land full of dinosaurs. Join the fray.
Because you might need it to get back. So
You are.
Let's play me an ad really quick.
Let's do it. I approve.
That was over. Oh no, there's Jack Sparrow. Got Punch the Robot. Okay. Available. Okay. And
Does it have it on the side?
it does, but
What's
where
it look
you
like?
have the box of our other stats, it kind of covers that.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking because I don't know what it looked like.
Oh, dude, it has our hit points.
Yeah,
too?
you change your hit points in D&D Beyond, it'll change
wow.
there.
Look at that.
Like it's a direct. So
you
you
can see.
screen cap that real quick for me because I can't see it when I look at it.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Because I want to design the thing to fit those. Yes. Now D&D Beyond, if you're listening, what we would really like is if you could choose multiples because right now
Okay.
I have to go on individual.
Lunera, it is your turn first.
I'm
Right.
slacking for
nice.
Perfect.
Close.
Let's go to
He is within 2 squares of you.
Nightmare.
Nightmare's within 3 squares of you.
I want to go for Artemis.
because he's gonna twist your arm and make you
Okay.
delete it.
My turn, and I'm gonna go attack Artemis and call him a filthy, dirty name.
Arm to miss.
Drew, if you're watching this, yes,
Hard times.
I'm making fun of you.
Fat chance. But if he is.
18.
Just a second here.
Alright, I think that's the right screenshot. Let's see.
Oh
no, that's my nudes.
18 will hit, yes.
Alright, there you go. That's what it looks like. Processing.
Airdrop.
9 damage.
Can you just airdrop it to him?
I should have just said
That's true.
Oh,
that. You're
nine.
currently doing
Yeah,
disturb
okay.
mode. Sorry.
I'm in D&D mode.
Second
Do
attack.
not disturb.
So close to
Um,
better.
14.
14 misses. So the first, so go and roll your third attack.
19. Or, excuse me, I'm sorry, 18.
18 will hit.
It's like my scalp is numb because
For
I
another
don't know,
9
it's like
damage.
your hair makes you
Another
when you
9?
touch your hair, you feel.
So out of the
That
3
hits
hits that
like-
you deliver,
You're
two of them
used to it.
two of them
He still has the
smash
same,
into him,
skin sensitivity,
and the third
right?
one smashes
That's
against him
normal
and
skin,
hits
but-
a kind of a spectral armor that flares green across his skin. It appears he's wearing some extra protection as well.
You shall come unprepared.
Brom,
He was fun to paint.
All right.
it is your turn.
Brom looks is the and this is the mayor,
So
and he is out of. Is he within you, Artemis?
Yes, he is.
It's right there.
Lunera is currently pummeling.
Um.
Ow! What the? Ow! Ow! Ow!
Take that! Take that! And, oh, crap. Not that.
I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to turn towards him specifically, and I'm going to run at him with all my move speed,
Okay.
drawing my rapier and my dagger of venom. I'm going to say, "You're not getting away this time. First, cut your arm off. Now I take your life." I'm going to stab him with my dagger of venom.
You have better words than me.
2. So that one didn't hit.
Uh,
I'm going
yeah,
to use inspiration.
Okay.
We're doing that. I'm not.
Do you want to try one of mine?
5 plus. Click the wrong button. There we go. Add again. This plus 7. 12.
12 will miss.
Miss. All right.
Yep. So your rapier skids across his spectral armor.
And then if I do a unarmed one, it's without proficiency bonus, right? But the hit to hit is still the same.
Yes.
This.
Um.
Unless you have another.
Don't let him touch your
Try
face.
blue. I know. I'm cursed right now. I don't know.
Well, this is the
18.
one.
This is for the dagger of venom.
18 will hit.
So the one goes ching, and then this one I'm just gonna stick him with it. That is going to be 1d4 plus 3. Plus, he needs to make a Constitution saving throw of 15.
He does not make his constitution.
All right, so he is considered poison.
Poison.
So as I stab him, I say, "This is for all the trouble you've caused my friends." That was a 4 plus 3. That's 7 damage.
Okay.
Plus 2d10s. That is a 7 and a 5. 12. So that's 12 poison damage.
Okay.
And then he is poisoned for 1 minute. He can make Constitution saving throws, but it has to be. No, that's for just the first one. So he's poisoned for 1 minute.
Poison for 1 minute. Got it.
And then, so as I do it, the dagger, as it sinks in, there's this kind of like you guys ever played Soul Calibur?
Yes.
That big like whatever warbled blade that has the eyeball on it.
Oh, nightmare.
It's like yeah.
It's basically
So
nightmare.
when I do that, it like you see his eye, the eye kind of open on the side, like a dragon eye, and then you see this.
It's kind of like
poison.
pulsing.
Back out.
And he looks very pale at this point. And then it is his turn.
I'm dead.
So he is going to snarl at you, and this kind of purple haze surrounds him, and he disappears. He teleports away.
Coward.
And he actually
Wait, does that?
reappears over here.
Oh, dimension door.
Actually, he pulls himself out of the shadows.
So that doesn't.
No,
Shadow
teleporting does not provoke an opportunity. So he pulls himself out, and he grunts a bit, and then he slams his metal hand against him, and there's kind of this green spark, and his armor seems to harden a little bit. So he's going to gain. He's going to gain some temporary hit points.
Then rapid attack use points.
And now you can see that there's kind of this chill that seems to be flowing off of him.
That ruined what I wanted to do on my turn.
He's got no chill.
No chill at all.
Because you know I have AoE attacks.
Sorry.
It's okay. No, he did that.
I.
Because he's smart.
Yeah, it's your phone flashlight.
Not smart enough to apparently stand right behind everybody and then make his move. Tell me. Next time I need to actually...
And then your spider from the other side of the thing goes...
Actually, the spider's dead.
Yeah.
I'll send you a picture of Artemis.
Perfect.
In fact, both are. What that? Nah, the nightmare's
And
pretty
then
good.
he's going to use a quick spell.
Yeah, like
And he's going to shoot this bolt of green flame at Brahm.
Whatever you have, I'm ready for you, even though I don't have any barbecue inspirations. Use them all.
I don't know where you put these up on like Twitter or.
What I basically try and do is like either leading up to or after. I'll post them and just like try and get conversation started around it.
That's an 11 to hit you actually.
An 11 does not hit.
Yeah, because of the poison. So this
Nice.
this blast of green energy you just slice right through it.
Is that the best?
Plus, you have resistance to poison.
That's not poisonous.
Is that the best you've got, brother? You've gotten soft.
Tavish, it's your turn.
I'm going to cast Zephyr Strike.
Okay.
So that I can move without provoking attacks. Can I just assume that I can move anywhere besides maybe like right here where the pool is?
The pool is clear, so you can.
It's all clear.
It's not. It's only about 3 feet deep, so it's not going to be, or 2 feet deep, so it's not going to be.
Would it be?
It's difficult terrain, but
How long have we been traveling in this maze? Over an hour.
Mhm.
Then I don't get hindered by it.
nice.
I'm going to actually move into the pool.
We're all fighting, and he just. There's no time for a swim.
It's
Life
not
or death.
necessarily a swim because it's like 2 feet.
He's like he's on his belly like.
And then I'm going to take this opportunity to cast. I need to find out what type of creature this is.
Okay.
Yeah, so I am going to use. Hunter's Sense. So. I guess it doesn't tell me what type of. It just says I learned the immunities, resistances, vulnerabilities. Whoa, and what they are, if the creature dies. I'm going to use Hunter's Sense on the nightmare.
Okay.
Find out what it is.
So it is a fiend.
Okay.
Specifically, it is basically like a devil beast.
Is it undead, though?
No. It is a large fiend, and it is immune to fire.
Okay.
And that is all of its resistances.
No immunities, no vulnerabilities.
No vulnerabilities.
Okay.
It's immune to fire.
I do say that. I say the
It's a
nightmare
different
appears to be immune to fire.
Yeah, you've seen them before. They run around in herds on the plains sometimes.
And
then,
some devils ride
the
them.
Hello Plains.
and other devils fear them because they literally
Is it
eat
the Hello Plains?
What?
Hello Plains? Like an aeroplane?
And is that your entire
That's
time?
my entire
Not
turn.
funny.
Akio.
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, I'll throw this like you.
Please
So,
don't.
I'm gonna fly 60 feet.
Alright, we gotta cut this short as we gotta rush Lunera to the hospital.
Right. Okay.
Oh, too fast.
One back.
And
Well, that was
Accio,
55. And this would be
And
60.
that would be 60.
Accio dies too
Oh,
hard.
gosh, fell too many times.
Cardiac arrest.
He's too sober.
He's too
I know,
sober.
it's weird.
He's tripping over.
And I'm gonna
Give me
cast
a piece of blue.
a
Attack.
first time 5th level fireball right on Artemis because I am tired of him messing with our lives.
Wait a minute.
Messing with our wives.
You pointed at Braum, but Artemis is. Okay, I see.
He had a he
Well,
had a
with the gesture,
Oh,
he had
I
a
was
vendetta
pointing at
against us. It's finally coming out for both. No, you're not dead. You're
I'll be okay.
Okay.
so,
So what
dex
is the
of 16. And it is
Disintegrating ray. I'm dead.
D6.
There, now you're stuck to the base, so you can fly off of it.
I dropped a D6.
Ace of base.
so he does make his save.
Oh, no!
Shooter! Shooter!
Plus 7. So 13.
13. 17.
Plus 10, 27.
7.
Plus 7.
34. This is a
8
final.
devils. 8 other devils.
Plus 8.
Every
42.
42 damage. Half.
Is that what it says in the book? I want to see it.
Wasn't quite as good.
It doesn't matter what's in the book. I'm the GM. This is my world. And I can say whatever I want about whatever I want.
I just.
Technically, tieflings aren't actual devils either, so... Do you want to go by the book there? I didn't think so. You stay away from my book.
Now, children, don't make me pull this game over.
Alright, so your fireball hits, and you see that it slams against this armor, and he's able to resist some of it, but you definitely did a lot of damage still, even with that.
How much
I
damage?
say 21. It was 40, whatever. But
Fireball.
today you will be brought to justice. Also, we're tired of you.
And Artemis points at you, and he says, "Get the wizard." And the nightmare will
I
turn.
told you to
on his
take
turn.
out the wizard.
Stop! And the nightmare will charge and fly up to you as well.
Oh, he can fly? Oh my
Yes,
god.
it can.
Fly high.
Oh,
I'm out of movement.
This is such a
There's a
nightmare.
ceiling.
Oh yeah, that is
Akio, this is your epic
And he's going to try and hit you with his hooves.
Ah,
His flaming hooves.
I guess it makes sense because he is flying on his
It will.
stand, right?
It will behoove you to dodge.
13.
to hit? Oh, miss.
Yeah, because you are wearing
They're
mage
killing
armor.
me.
Yep.
Wait.
Okay.
He must have
So
had
that is its
lucky
turn.
horseshoe.
Okay. Do I need to make like a
Nope.
check on my concentration or anything?
No, only when you get hit.
Okay.
Yep. Lunera, it's back up to you with Brum on deck.
Okay, my speed is 30.
The nightmare says, "Hey,
3, 4,
I want want some.
Carl,
I want some.
you can't just feed people.
So I'll point out that once again, you can't go like higher than 10 feet in this area because there's a magical barrier that's keeping you from it. So you're probably about max
I'm
height,
at the
and the nightmare is reared up at about 5 feet off
You
the
just
ground.
lay flat
So
on
you
the
should
ceiling.
still be able to hit the flying nightmare.
Okay, I'm gonna go for the nightmare.
Okay.
It's the growl of the nightmare.
Does it have like
Alright.
backside intuition and it'll know you're coming up on it, just kick you in the face?
I'm gonna go ahead and. Okay, I'm going to. I'm gonna do a bonus action first, and
I know we're up there. Okay, so you're gonna use the bonus action.
Yep, and I'll cast Searing Smite.
Okay.
And I'll make an attack. With force.
The thing that I don't like about 5th edition is there's no vulnerabilities. Most
Yeah.
creatures don't.
Right.
Ooh.
Unless
Okay,
it's
so
like
that was terrible.
I mean, do you think
but I'm
everything
gonna
should be
use my-
vulnerable to fire?
undead and radiance.
Yeah.
Well,
It's like
Oh, you need
undead.
to-
Yeah. Yes!
Fourthy was
Crit.
actually really good for
A
that.
crit.
'cause I played
A
Chaos
real
Mage.
crit
A
or
real
a 19?
crit.
Nice.
And I had
Nice. So
somehow
go ahead and
I could
roll
choose
the damage
the
dice
type of
twice.
damage. Or no, I'd roll and then get 2
And
damage
then
damage
add
for
your
the day.
bonus. And you get your
And it
extra
was awesome.
serious
Because I always
smite.
run into stuff and then the
Twice as
vulnerable
well.
lightning. I'm like,
Okay.
because one of my
You
spells
gotta
will let
be
me
kidding me.
change
Those
one
are
of them. You know, yeah.
And then whatever your searing is.
Which is the.
I think you cast.
Did you make it? I didn't think.
It says cast at the first.
First level.
Yeah.
So. Yes.
Oh.
There it is.
1d6.
So you roll 2d6 for that.
Cassidy?
It sounded
because
like Canada, I remember.
Cassidy?
Holy crap, that's terrible.
Can I borrow somebody else's
3 1s and a 2? Or
4 ones?
Oh, no, that's another one.
Yeah.
Okay, so your crit is. What's
So
your total?
it's basically 4.
Take a picture.
That's why I like Fourthy. It's max.
4 plus. Okay, you got it. Okay.
That's just 2
4 plus your bonus.
5. So 9
279.
damage.
9 damage.
I guess I'm just gonna give him or give
things
all the
9.
things tonight 9 damage.
That's
Damn
true
it.
because you did 9 to Artemis.
Okay.
Twice.
You just have a
That's-
thing for horses. You
That's
can't kill
your
horses.
first attack. Let's go ahead with your second attack.
Alright.
Now you only get the 2 because
Right. Of the bonus action.
yeah, because you use your bonus for searing smite.
Surprised you haven't tried to kiss this horse.
4 plus 9 is 13.
13 will hit.
Damage.
Guess what, guys?
9.
9 damage.
9.
I need new dice.
Okay.
That's what I want for my birthday. New dice.
Nice. Okay. So you come in and you slam a couple blows against the haunch, and this
Sad.
thing
Very, very
Basically, just
sad.
swat it on
puffs
the
at
flat.
you. Brom, it is your turn.
Perfect. All
Like
right.
patting out some of the fire.
Brom Grigio
Oh, I should absorb it.
It's 4 spaces to get to
I'm
here, and
I'm a little torn because I'm concerned
18.
about our unicorn friend, but I'm more concerned about my friends. So I'm going to rush Mr.
the corn.
as far as I get as close as I can with the 25 moves or 25 feet of move speed.
Okay.
And then I'm going to
4 away from it.
I'm going to at this point I'm gonna cast a whole person because that's not like I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna use Chaos Bolt at the let's see which ones do I have available. This is gonna be at the 3rd level.
Okay.
So
Chaos.
Chaos Bolt.
Chaos.
This is going to be attack spell. So this is going to be an attack spell of a 7 or 8. It's going to be 15.
15
15
does
is
not
attack roll.
hit.
Okay, so as I'm it's coalescing, the two energies kind of come together and be like, I don't want to do this, but you forced me in my hand. Lunira means more to me than you. And I'm going to throw it in the space.
Apparently, she doesn't mean that much.
And then I'm going to use my my bonus action.
Okay.
I'm going to cast Dragon's Breath on myself. It's on the other one in range. And that is going to be... Dragon's Breath is going to be at the 3rd level.
Oh, so Searing Smite does fire damage, which wouldn't do anything. So that's what you got wrong. I'm going to go ahead and add 2 points back. Yep, because of the fire damage.
So I did a level 3 Dragon's Breath on myself, which will be cold.
Okay.
And that's the end of my turn.
Perfect. Artemis is going to go next.
So as I do this, I'm going to hold and...
It's Artemis.
It's like a...
Arm times.
Arm times. Arm times.
He's very conflicted on who to attack now.
Arm times 1.
But he's going to grab the goggle on his left eye, and he's going to lift it up, and this kind of beam of sickly energy blasts out.
It's like another mouth, and it just vomits at you.
I need you to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
Okay.
But it's magic, so it's a lot of vomit.
Is this considered a against magic?
Yeah, 'cause if
This
you
is
were
what?
evil, you take this
Is it
bag
against
of, like,
magic? Is it a magic
tentacles,
It is-
powers,
it is a
like,
magic.
put it
Okay,
in your butt.
then I have advantage on
It's
this.
just like,
From what?
Because I am a... Let's see where it comes from. I believe it's because of my... Oh, dude. It says advantage on intelligence, wisdom, and charisma. Oh, that's just those two. This one is a
Constitution.
constitution. That's different. Okay, that one doesn't. Never mind. Did I start anything?
I have that, but it's because of my
That's a
road.
4 total.
A 4?
Total.
My mantle
so
spell does
This basically, as this eye beam lashes out at you, you just see all of the grass and all of the plants between you, and it just wither away.
So that's not
And
good.
it's going to hit you for the full. That's not good. Right before it hits you.
oh dear.
Uh-oh.
Touche. Jolly good show, man.
You take 36 necrotic damage.
Sweet mother of bacon.
you're okay.
Is it? This is.
It just updated on here.
It is.
Ouch.
It is not poison. It's just like it's just basically a bunch of necrotic damage
Okay.
as it starts withering away your body.
So I don't have like explosive diarrhea or anything.
No.
All right. Just want to make sure.
And that is actually going to be his turn. Tavish.
Oh. Seems it
I'm
does
going to move forward a little.
Okay.
This leads out.
25 feet.
Usually, when I think of little white people, like
Slayer's Prey as a bonus action on him.
Okay.
And I'm going to shoot him.
aim for his eye.
His other eye.
Well, they're both pretty dangerous, right? Is a 26.
26 will hit.
Okay. That plus that.
Your shirt's an illithid, right?
Cthulhu.
Cthulhu? I wasn't sure if it was.
That is a 27 damage.
Okay. So you come around. Tavish comes around, raises up his rifle and fires, and it goes right through Artemis's head. But instead of the usual blood that you would expect in brain matter, there's just a burst of clay, and he falls and slumps to the side. So he's unconscious or knocked out of the fight. He's down.
Play, huh?
He was a construct. I hate constructs.
Freaking doom bots.
So then
Yeah.
I sigh a little and I turn and fire at the horse dude.
Okay.
The horse dude.
The horse
We're
dude.
not fighting the centaur, okay?
The nightmare.
Yeah. There we go. Was he the
Ooh, natural 20!
Nat 20?
Yep.
Nice. Roll better than Casey did.
So is it just double? Roll
Yes,
twice, right?
please.
Yeah, so you roll your damage
Twice.
dice twice.
8, 63. 16.
Yeah, I mean, he was...
22.
The top half of him was a very attractive
30
man.
damage.
30 damage?
And the bottom half.
Well, I
was
didn't
an
mind the
ugly horse.
It was like a mule.
It was gross.
hooves.
The weak calves.
I have hooves.
Tony.
Point to roll
So,
Do you wear horseshoes?
No.
unless you have like goat's hooves.
When she wears them, they're
I
just
mean, yeah,
not
she's
high-fence
devils.
shoes.
You have Black Phillip hooves.
Then eyes of you.
Have you seen
Alright.
the
That's
witch?
it. That's my turn.
King
Oh,
Akio.
uh-huh.
Black Phillip. That's your feet. Black Phillip. The goat.
No,
Satan.
I have Krampus's feet.
Okay.
I have Krampus.
I'm gonna
Krampus
just
feet.
I've got Krampuses in my feet.
turn around and cast Shatter.
Okay.
Right there and shatter at him. Constitution of 16.
Constitution.
3d8 thunder.
We'll have to call
He
you
does not make his constitution.
the Mad Shadow.
Is
She.
Yeah, I guess technically the nightmare would be a woman if it came from a
15.
15?
Not that much. But,
Okay.
Capitalism. is the real
and then I will use my movement.
Yep.
And get oh wait, I can't get rid of that. Invoking opportunity. I'll stay up.
Alrighty. And then it is the nightmare's turn.
Uh-oh.
It is actually going to kick out at Lunera for attacking it.
Watch out. From behind.
So, ooh.
Right, it's kicking from
That's
behind.
a 25 to hit.
Yeah.
Okay, so that is going to be...
No.
Oh, snap! I forgot earlier when I did my thing to add my +4 for my evocation spell.
Okay.
I keep forgetting that. It's too late. He's already blown.
It wouldn't have killed him.
Yeah, I know. I just need to remember that.
That's going to be 9 bludgeoning damage.
Shooting Artemis
Yeah,
reminds me of shooting
6.
clay pigeons.
And then 9 dealt 9 to you twice. 9 fire damage
Half of that.
is 4.
4.5. Keep track of the halves.
And then it is
4.5,
and then it's your turn.
Equals 9. 4s and 5s. Alright. Well, I will go ahead, do bonus action. I'm gonna use my branding smite. I guess I used it in the first?
In the first
the
combat.
first half of the maze.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, never mind. So I'll just go ahead and
Attack, attack, attack.
Attack!
That looks less like Cheetos. Right?
Yeah.
Compared to the other
I
fire
mean,
that I did.
compare it to the actual horse.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it looks really good.
Well, the first time I ever did fire, it looked like Cheetos.
Oh.
Like flaming hot Cheetos.
That's why I wanted to mention it to you. I should have encouraged you. I apologize.
21.
14 with one will hit. Yes.
Oh.
But that's
Okay.
because
I
11
want
damage.
flaming hot
Damage.
fires.
And I want flaming hot.
Okay.
I've already did
And
Cheetos.
then 16 plus
That's
9.
That'll hit.
25.
That's what
They have so many cal. Like 550
For
this
12
one.
damage.
12 damage. Okay.
It's about time that I found a diamond.
22
And then
count constitutes
20.
serving.
Okay, that'll hit.
It's just 22 Cheetos.
That's a lot of Cheetos.
Bunny.
10 damage.
The whole
Unless I
bag.
mean like this
10
one,
damage.
like that's
Okay.
a Cheeto.
Guys,
You did some good damage.
I
You
did.
10?
good damage.
33 damage.
Oh, good.
Basically, Lunera comes in and just starts like smashing hooves and knocking them aside.
Basically pissed
Would
at
you-
the
yeah.
clay figure.
And it wasn't him.
Son of a...
Did you want to do anything else? What is your action surge, for example? That you always forget about. Is it a bonus action or is that?
Action surge once per short rest. You can take one additional action on your turn. Okay. So yeah, I'll do that.
Okay.
I'll freaking do it again.
I'm going to give you 2 more attacks.
And then that's with my main weapon?
Yes.
If I'm your horse with a main weapon.
Okay, so 21.
It's just a head of hair. 21 will hit, yes.
Allow me to dust you.
9
You're okay with
damage.
that, but you don't like arm to miss.
I did like Artemis. I laughed at it. I feel ashamed.
6 plus 9.
That's my goal
15.
every day, to get him to laugh at like a terrible pun or something.
15 will hit,
And he's like, nope.
Or 11 damage.
11, okay. This thing is still kicking.
Quite literally.
Quite literally. But you are definitely, like, you grab onto the mane with your, or the tail, and you're just, like, smashing into the side of this thing. You can see, like, flecks of shadow and ash, like,
I just had the image of me holding onto it, but having my...
Show me your mace.
No. Just hitting the side of his butt like I'm spanking it. Like, ooh, good naughty horse. Ooh,
naughty nightmare.
Very naughty.
You turn your mace over, and it's like one of those meat pulverizers full of little spikes. And you start, good.
Tenderize. Brahms.
Okay.
Your turn.
Did you know the horse?
Looking around. Once the thing was done with the Alona's.
So this is just
Jars.
a pile of clay.
Yes.
Is there
Artemis now.
anything different about it aside from just the pools
Oh, it's
back to
blue.
normal?
No, I mean, there's nothing different about it at this point.
We'll never get him.
I'm gonna thunder step to the
He's
water.
Corey's favorite NPC,
Okay.
so it's gonna be really hard to get him.
I want to try and see if I can help this.
Recurring enemies are the best.
I want to help this poor creature. I'm gonna thunder step.
Okay.
To the water, and then I'm going to try and just. Would I be able to just cut my hands and throw water at it? The special water? Like,
That's Artemis.
Alona,
Play Artemis.
we just fixed this thing. Fix it again.
So you do, when you get up there, you do see that there is that
So you're
green
running over
ring
the
that
water.
is still. Yeah, he teleported over to the water, over to the unicorn.
Water. Okay.
Oh wait, so what?
So you do see
Water
if you
unicorn.
teleport over to the unicorn, you do see that there is
this
in
one's a
fact
unicorn.
No, it shot it out of it.
that-
Shot it out of it.
that
Oh.
is out of it. The unicorn
Maybe
is
they're-
still on the ground.
Okay, I thought that
No.
the unicorn transformed into this.
No.
Okay.
No, it was the unicorn.
So
shadow.
you start throwing water on it. Why don't you go ahead and roll damage for a healing word spell, or
Okay.
roll healing for it. Rather.
Healing. That's going to be a.
It's kind of confusing. It's like when you're on people.
Yeah.
You heal
Yeah, I know, right?
them.
Let's see, so like a cure
I wanna
wounds.
kill people, but I don't kill them.
Would that be like a cure
Shooting
wounds?
them with
Best job ever.
Yes.
Okay, so that's a 3d8
We shoot
plus
them
4.
with, like
Okay.
organ and shoot people with vaccination. Anti-vaxxer. Heal.
Be healed.
Smallpox cure.
That's a 6, 7 plus. Not sure. 4. So that's going to be 12.
12? Okay. So,
no, 11. I can't count. 11.
11?
Sorry.
So you start splashing water onto the unicorn, and you see that kind of fiery ring that's around its neck. You starting to put that fire out, and the nightmare lets out a horrifying shriek and like steps a little bit and shakes itself, and you can see that more of it is kind of growing insubstantial at this point.
Over here! If we get this thing off, or perhaps we might be able to save him in the process. I'm afraid I don't want to kill him.
Damage.
You just saved him.
I'm gonna hear that, and same thing. I'm gonna, hold to the gun and run over.
Okay.
And start helping.
Okay. So 3d8.
Yes, plus. Unless. My proficiency is plus 4.
Yeah. So what is your? It's based off of wisdom, I believe.
Okay, so
So 3d8 plus your wisdom.
Wisdom modifier.
Yep.
That would be 11 as well.
Okay. So that's exactly how much you need, actually. That's
Oh.
incredible. So you come over and you grab like one of the ewers that you have, and you start like pouring this water on, and it just puts out the fire, and the nightmare lets out a single last shriek and dissipates.
Swish, swish,
Now
fish.
it's just the post where it
Another
used to
one
ride.
is basket.
And the unicorn opens its eyes and kind of jerks its head a little bit. Ron has to take a step back to avoid the horn.
It's all right. It's all right.
You saved me twice.
I apologize. That was actually my own flesh and blood that attacked you. And I'm deeply sorry. You know that.
I owe you a great debt.
You by chance know where this thing is?
The pearl of
We're actually looking for a pearl. You by chance know where we might be able to procure this item?
Of course. And she
Clay Artemis, by the way.
Wah. And she kind of waves her head over the pool, and her horn glows. And when her horn kind of passes over a part of the pool, you see that there is now a kind of this shimmering pearl inside.
I think you should do the honors.
Is it safe to touch? This is a trap.
This is a gnomish size swim.
I'm gonna yell real loud. Ha ha, Artemis, you suck! I'm gonna pull it out and be like, yeah! Like Breakfast Club style.
All right.
Full on
Freeze
freeze in
frame.
here. And there's kind of this bright blue flash, and all of you disappear.
Yeah.
And then you reappear right outside the
Bottom of the
mansion.
Yes.
Not at the bottom of the ocean.
No,
No.
not at the bottom of the ocean.
We all just drown to death. It's like, well, whoever wins dies.
I can poly. Oh wait, I don't. That was a long
And the
It's okay.
the two brothers, the two lawyers.
Yes.
Can't remember their names either.
Should I write it even down?
I have it
Oh, hold on.
somewhere.
I've got it. I know it. I do have it.
Yeah, it's the attorney at law.
Marley and
Italy.
Marley. Whoa.
No, not McCass. I got this out of order. I started typing here.
Biffer and Bofer.
Different.
No.
Bomber.
For
There's Nori and Nori. Take your pick. We need the 13 that round.
Letter,
Mary Kate and
father.
Asher.
allies. Where did my notes go? I know I have these other.
It's Gilstein and Hearn.
That's right.
Hey.
And the
I know I
the
wrote
name
them
of the place that the gnomes are from, where you guys are, is called Meyerwood.
Meyerwood.
There we go.
Ah.
I feel so much better now.
Let's write it down. It says-
So Hearn claps his hands together and he says, "Well done, Brom. I have to admit that Uncle Scurious was a little bit rooting for you more than the others. Congratulations."
Dude, you're rich now.
Oh, what?
Question.
You've inherited the estate
Is Thorn
and all of its debts.
See ya.
I was just wanting to.
No, it
rub
is
in
just
his
it is
face.
just the four of you.
I don't think this far.
Guys, Thornock is still in the maze.
Actually, sorry, there are 5 of you, but
Oh.
the 5th member is a unicorn. The unicorn got teleported.
I look over and I go, Thornock?
I'm gonna look to the unicorn.
Not all
No.
unicorns know each other.
Dang
Sorry.
it. It was my. Did you ever see him?
Damn me.
And Thornite goes, "Yeah, where are you guys?"
We're back at the house. We have the pearl.
Okay. well,
Coming.
And her basically says, "We've got a few documents for you to sign, but then the mansion is yours."
Well, hey. Excellent. What is it? Are there any ways to? Okay. He's flustered.
Yeah.
We need to mark the door.
So as they're like holding out the papers for you to sign and everything, Thornock does walk up,
X.
Okay.
and he's got a few scratches on him and everything, but he looks fine.
He's okay.
Yep, he's okay.
Did you save that person?
Jules.
Thorna?
Oh yeah. How's it?
Cool story.
Christine or her own.
Oh.
Oh gosh, I didn't write it down. But Firewood Mansion that's the mansion we're at.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep, Firewood Mansion.
Firewood.
That is now.
Remember that it's
you
made
now
out
have-
of wood that looks like it's been burnt, but it's not actually been burnt
Perfect. Okay, Firewood. All right.
because magic.
Is there a library in this mansion? I'm gonna find a library.
Well, as soon as we sign these documents,
Dude, I think first we need to rest.
I want to find out, I guess, if they have any You know, if there's magical implements, libraries, they have they have the house to know.
Well, there's
how
some
it's
Guest
protected.
bedrooms,
Open bar.
mother-in-law apartment.
I mean,
open bar,
Feel free to explore the house. We don't
magic fireplace.
know too much of what's in it.
Killer
I know
rugs.
that the estate
Killer clown.
is mostly
Drugs.
mundane.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, there isn't too much in here.
Okay.
Most of your uncle's magic items were sold off as part of paying off any of his debts.
Fair point.
But the mansion specifically in his will was allowed to
Excellent.
maintain.
The stores.
Well,
Finances of the stores. Is that part of that? Too?
No, unfortunately, the stores are owned by other Scurious-ers. All that your uncle owned is in this mansion.
Yes.
well, I guess those have controlling interest. I will make you. If two things. One, where can I procure help for this establishment? And two,
There is already help hired if you would like to just continue.
excellent.
Paying
How
them.
much do I need to? What is the retainer?
Basically, you have to pay 50 gold a month.
Okay.
You're
50 GP a month.
Okay, if you'd like to, you can.
I'll help you pay for it if I can.
All right. Retainer for 50 gold per month. Now the other question is, I don't know how to get back here if I ever wanted to. Is this?
Oh, of course. And they hand you kind of the scroll work available. They have kind of like standard gnomish scroll work that allows you to create a portal to Mirewood whenever you want.
And that would
So
be
long as it's not in any sort of hostile area, that is.
okay.
You just say your first down here.
So it's one of those ones where I basically it would take time to cast. It's not just like in the middle of the battle. Hey guys,
Yeah.
free mansion.
Yeah, it's not like, oh crap, we're going to die,
Okay.
run to Mirewood.
Got
The
it.
portal will not open if the magic senses any danger.
Now, is this to the same area, or would this be to my establishment? I'd really rather not walk if I could pass through. That's all. Sure.
All portals to Mirewood end up outside the city.
All right, no problem. All right. Well, I guess what I wanted, I will meet the staff and tell them, we're here for a very limited amount of time. We will be stopping in, but I would like to, make sure that there's somebody to defend the premise.
Mhm.
There'll be the robbers and someone to clean it, all that kind of
Yeah.
stuff.
You basically have a couple butlers, a couple security guards, that sort of thing.
Also, make sure that Artemis does not get in.
Yes. I will insert either a restraining order if he does enter the premise. Just kidding.
Sure. That's fine.
Otherwise, please let me know by this. I'm gonna let them know, just to let me know by sending stone or something, and then I'll pay them each their salary or how much would that be for total?
For a year?
For a year.
600.
600. If I can
I'll
get
pay
to.
300.
Okay. So I will pay. I'll pay each of them, and then each of them I will give them an extra 5 gold per.
Okay.
Just so, to be. I expect that you live comfortably and that
Of course.
ensure that the premises are okay.
We appreciate you keeping us on. That's not something that people usually do. Thank you.
How many bedrooms? We need to sleep.
It's
We need to rest.
It's a mansion.
Yeah,
I'm
there
just
are,
curious.
there
It's a
are.
mansion.
It's not that big of a mansion. There's 20 bedrooms.
It's a mansion.
Bigger than
Okay.
most of the- it's bigger than most of the taverns.
There's a lot of
we've seen.
bedrooms.
Sweet.
I never knew he had
long
such.
rest chance, long rest time.
Yep. So as you guys are kind of finishing up, the unicorn says, as for my reward for you all, I do wish to make sure that you are well taken care of. First, a gift, and she kind of leans down and taps her horn against the ground, and it kind of grows into this. It's not a quiver. It's more of like a pouch, and you see inside there are actually these small round balls that appear that you recognize as bullets.
Okay.
So let me go ahead and get you the information on that. Basically, she's giving you a magical quiver. Or a magical ammo pouch, rather.
They make you a kangaroo if you have a pet.
If there's a Joey in it.
Are you a marsupial?
Is there a specific name for it?
This is the Quiver of Ilona.
Take you to the Myron.
And she kind of bows her head and she says, "My name is Ilona Vasorum." I was named in part as a tribute to her.
So I take it and
How do you spell it? The Ilona.
So it's EHLONNA dash VASSORUM.
now does it have the exact same stuff as it's on here, or is it customizing it?
No, it's the same stuff that's on it. Basically, it's just ammo is what it gives you instead of.
Yeah, it's a small bag of holding for ammo. It says there's 3 compartments. The shortest compartment can hold up to 60 arrows, bolts, or similar objects. The mid-sized compartment holds up to 18 javelins or similar objects.
18 javelins.
The longest compartment holds up to 6 long objects such as bows, quarterstaffs, or spears. And it never weighs more than 2
Open up.
pounds. So 60 is what for the small compartment.
Mm-hmm.
Are there any like pine cones or oranges, turtle jerky nearby? One of those sleight of hand. Put some stuff in his bag.
None of those, unfortunately.
There's rocks.
And then she turns to you and she says, "I have one more
Now
gift
I'm
for
gonna
you.
try sleight of hand.
To
See if I
protect
can
you.
put dirt in. Just dirt.
I will agree to follow you and aid you for 1 month, if you so choose."
That's very
25?
generous.
1 month as
Versus your perception?
That could be quite helpful.
Maybe your perception.
Keep in mind that I am a pacifist, and I will not harm any living creature
Fair.
unless they are
I'm not
fiends
really
or
gonna do
undead.
Fair.
Good to know.
But I
But I can protect you.
Even if it means you meet Optimus again, he tries to turn you into a nightmare.
I will not harm any living.
So you will us?
I will provide what aid I can.
Sweet.
From it.
I will be most grateful for your help.
and she's aging someone for a year?
I will.
Or eating.
Aiding for you guys for a month.
I will
Oh, I
bow.
heard aging, and I'm like, does she?
You're all older. Poof.
Maybe it's like a devil thing. Like, the older they get, the stronger they get, right?
Isn't this true?
I'm not a devil.
This is like a...
Was that in character or out of character?
In character.
So with that, you guys will go inside to explore this new mansion and relax and rest.
Everyone will have a banquet.
Everybody will have a long rest as well.
A feast.
Yes.
All the other Scurious are welcome, but not Artemis.
Artemis is gone. There's no sign of him anywhere.
I invite the other Scurious members that lost as a good gesture to dine with us. But if they steal any of my silverware, I let them know promptly that I will sever their hands.
Steal a fork, I stab you with a fork.
Sorry, I forgot to mention.
I know.
Steal a spoon,
It just
I
reminded me
spoon out
here
your
that at higher level,
Exactly.
because you guys are at least 5th level,
Knife you.
all the ammo in the quiver that you pull out becomes
If
a
you steal
+1
teacup,
ammunition
I
for
will
1
kill you
minute.
with this teacup, just like Rich.
So I can basically replace my magic bullets with regular bullets.
Yep.
At this point. Unless is it cumulative, or is it does it add on to
Have
the
you
+1
seen
already? So
Reddit?
it's +2.
No. Yeah. All right. So that is all I have for tonight. Wonderfully done.
Bravo!
Next week we will see what next week brings.
We need to make our characters, correct?
I am not sure quite what we're going to do there,
Okay.
but there is a possibility that we will be playing an adventure that may not involve the Order of the Broken Spear in full. So that should be fun. One more thing before we end. It says right here, a nightmare can be summoned from the lower planes, but unless a worthy sacrifice is offered to it as food upon its arrival, the nightmare displays no special loyalty to the creatures it serves. So yes, they do enjoy sacrifices as food.
Perfect. We could sacrifice.
You don't have a nightmare. You have a unicorn.
Turn him into a nightmare.
Given the right spells, right?
I guess
I've seen it done big now.
Oh, and then I guess I should probably calculate
Yay!
some experience, huh?
Experience.
So I'm going to go ahead and give everybody a total of 1,500 experience tonight.
Woo!
Mark that down for Thornock as well.
Okay, there's experience 1,500, 1500.
Nice, we're halfway to 11.
Basically, you guys did a wonderful job at role-playing tonight. Great job finding traps and avoiding certain combats and beating Doombot Artemis.
First time I've ever seen a gelatinous cube in a game.
And then I'm giving Brahm inspiration
Thank you.
for fighting his brother, and for solving the puzzle. I'm giving Brahm and Tavish did a really good job of helping with that as well. Yeah. So well done, and good night.
It's my third
Good night.
inspiration.
See you later.
Bye, everyone.
Oh,
I have
you
these
just started spending.
I have these cool little inspiration
Any-
trophies that look like a trophy with like a D20 instead
Nope.
of the heart with the handles and everything.
Extra,
Very
the new
much
Extra Life is open. I put it on Twitch TV. I've lost all my hair because of donations. So if we
Good job, everybody.
If we do it again, we'll shave
Nothing
Dalvin's
else.
eyebrows. Just kidding. We'll figure something
I'll
out.
shave my beard.
Ta-ta for now.
I don't
Ciao, ciao.
know.
Shave your dog.